Welcome to First Key. I am Marlon Smith with Accent Realty and the licensed loan mortgage originator with Next Lending. This is a show where I break down everything you need to know about buying a home in Florida the right way. Today, we're talking about one of the most misunderstood part of the home buying process, closing costs. And if you are originated from the Caribbean or moving to Florida from anywhere outside of the United States, this episode is especially for you. Because this is the part of the process that nobody explains until it's almost too late. Let me paint you a picture. You have been working hard, building your credit. You finally have enough for a down payment. You go through the approval process. You find a home you love. Your offer is finally accepted. And then your lender sends over a document called a loan estimate. And on that document, there's a number, a big number, and it's not your down payment. That number is your closing cost. For a lot of buyers, especially buyers who are originated from the Caribbean, that moment is a shocker because nobody told them this was coming. So today, I am going to break it down for you simply, clearly, so you are never caught off guard. What are closing costs? What exactly are closing costs? Think of it this way. When you buy a home, there are a lot of people and companies involved in making that transaction happen. You have the lender, you have the title company, you have the county, you have the insurance provider. All of these parties charges a fee for their services. Closing costs are basically a collection of all those fees paid on the day you close on your home. In Florida, closing cost typically runs between 2% and 5% of the purchase price of your home. Let me give you a real number so this makes sense. If you're buying a home for $300,000, your closing costs could be anywhere between $6,000 and $15,000. If you're buying a home for $40,000, we're talking $8,000 to $20,000. That is in addition to whatever your down payment is. Now you see why people get surprised. What's inside those closing costs? The breakdown. Let me walk you through what's actually inside that number. Number one, you have the lender's fee. This includes the origination fee, underwriting fee, and any points you pay on your loan. These are fees your mortgage company charges to process and approve your loan. Number two, title insurance and title fees. In Florida, title insurance is standard. It protects you and the lender from any legal issues with the ownership of your property. This is non-negotiable. You need to pay it. Number three, prepaid items. This is where people get confused. Prepaid are not exactly fees. There are things you pay in advance, like your homeowner's insurance, your property taxes, prepaid interest on your loan. These go into what is called an escrow account. and your lender hold them to make sure your bills are paid. Number 4, government taxes and recording fees. This is where Florida is very specific and very different from other states. Florida has something called a documentary stamp tax. If you are originated from the Caribbean or moving from another country, you probably have never heard of this. Most people born here haven't heard of this either. Here's what it is. Florida charges a tax every time a property changes hands. It's called a doc stamp, and it's based on the sale price of the home. The rate in most Florida county is 70 cents per every $100 off the sale price of the house. So on a $350,000 home, that is roughly $2,450 right there, just for that one tax. There's also a separate doc stamp on the mortgage itself, which adds more. And then you have recording fees, which the county charges to officially record the deed and the mortgage in the public records. This is how the government officially recognizes that you are the owner of that property. These are not optional. They are required, and they adds up fast. This is exactly why buyers who don't work with someone who knows Florida is to reduce or even cover closing costs. You just have to know about them, and you have to plan ahead. First, seller concessions. When we negotiate your purchase contract, we can ask the seller to contribute towards your closing costs. In a buyer-friendly market, seller will often agree to this, especially if it means getting their home sold. Second, down payment and closing costs assistance programs. Florida has several programs through the state that, through individual counties, provide grants or forgivable loans to help first-time buyers cover these costs. Some of these programs are specifically designed for buyers in areas like Osceola County, Orange County, and the greater Orlando market. And yes, if you're originated from the Caribbean and you now live in and work in Florida, you may qualify. Third, new construction builders incentive. A lot of new construction builders in Central Florida right now are offering to cover closing costs when you use their preferred lender. That can save you thousands, but you have to know how to negotiate. And you have to have someone in your corner who understands the process. You have one person who sees the whole picture and protects you from start to finish. If you are originated from the Caribbean, or you are relocated to Florida and from anywhere in the world, and you want to know exactly what it will cost you to buy a home here, I want to help you build that plan. Direct message me the word first key, and I'm the person who will walk you through the numbers, the process, and your options. No pressure, no sales pitch, just real answer. That's what first key is all about. I'll see you in the next one. I am Marlon Smith, realtor with Accent Realty and loan officer with Nexa Lending. NMLS number 2578348. The Information shared in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or mortgage advice. Loan programs, rates, and eligibility requirements vary and are subject to change.